Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm standing out here in the bitter cold. We're having something of a cold snap here this week in the Midwest to talk to you about a new product from Krebs Custom. I also want to apologize for my voice. It's going to cut in and out here and it sounds a bit raspy and horsey. That's because I've had the flu for the last week and I'm just starting to get over it. And I know what you guys are thinking, Mac, you're a moron for standing out in the bitter cold with the flu. But hey, what can I say? It's what I do. I want to show you guys this. It's really cool. You've seen this rifle before here on the Military Arms channel. As a matter of fact, you saw it in the Wolf Gold 223 video just recently. But I've also talked about it on the Bang Switch, which is my blog. The AK-15 is made by, again, Krebs Custom. What makes it unique is that it takes a Host Saiga 5.56 AK and converts it to use AR-15 magazines. This conversion is done by a company, which you've seen their products here on the Military Arms channel before, Definitive Arms. They install the conversion, then Krebs works the rest of his magic on the gun, making this beautiful prototype AK-15, which unfortunately is not currently available. Perhaps it will be sometime in the future. But it's not the AK-15 I really want to talk about. It's this handguard that you see on the rifle that I want to talk about this afternoon. This is the KS UFM. It's a key mod rail system that attaches to your Saiga rifle. It'll work on just about any Saiga 5.56 or 5.45 or 7.62 by 39 rifle. It does require that you cut off your front retainer, but then it slides on over the rifle and it looks really, really sharp. This has a smaller brother to it that just replaces the handguard. It's about a little over 6 inches in length. You take your OEM handguard off, you put it on, it attaches very quickly and very easily, which I'll show you here in a few minutes, and doesn't require any special tools or anything. You don't have to cut your rifle. So there's two handguards in this new family of handguards from Krebs Custom, and that's what I want to show you guys this afternoon. Let's take a closer look. Both the AK-UFM short rail and the KS-UFM long rail dropped onto these two Saiga AKs without issue. The AK-UFM is the easiest to install as it's no more complex than removing and replacing your factory handguards. The KS-UFM requires a bit more work to install on a standard configuration AKM, so let's take a look at that install process. So here it is, the finished product, the rail system on this Arsenal SGL 31. I like the way this rail system feels. It allows me to get my hand out a little bit further than you would with the standard handguards on the AK. So if you like to do the extended arm, this rail system will allow you to do that. If you want to come back to a more modest grip, you can still do that. But it also gives you plenty of room to mount lights and things like that out there. Plus it has this really long 1913 rail across the top. One of the features about this rail system that really makes it stand out from the crowd is the fact that you can remove this top rail system just by pinching these two buttons. You can pull the rail system off and access your gas tube. So you can clean the rifle as you normally would. When you put the rail system back on, it returns back to 0. So this is perfect for mounting red dot sights and things like that up here. The key mods allow you for super easy modularity. You can add the rails anywhere you want where these little keys exist, across the bottom here or across the sides. You can put quick detachment mount points up here, all sorts of cool stuff. So I really like the way it feels. I like how it works. It doesn't add much weight to the rifle with this rail system installed. It's less than an ounce heavier than the rifle is without this rail system. Of course, that's without the cleaning rod. And of course it has a different gas tube, and you've removed your factory handguards. So it doesn't really add much weight to the rifle, but it does change the balance of the rifle just a little bit, giving a slight forward weight bias, but it doesn't feel too heavy. It feels pretty good. Perhaps you don't like the look or the feel of the longer rail system, or perhaps you don't want to cut your front handguard retainer off your rifle. Krebs has a solution. It's the AK UFM, which is a shorter rail system that fits onto your rifle without having to cut your front handguard retainer off. It's just a little bit shorter. It doesn't come all the way out like the KS UFM does. It looks about the same dimension as a standard AK handguard set. It also clamps the receiver just like the KS UFM. And it uses your front handguard retainer as a mounting point. There's a screw here that goes in where your cleaning rod would normally go in through that hole, and it draws the whole system up very tightly. It's one of the tightest fitting rail systems I've ever felt. This is my go-to rifle. I've taken my Midwest Industries rail off and I've put this AK UFM Krebs rail on here. You'll also notice it has the key mods. I've put a key mod rail on the bottom here. It's a 9-piece, which allows me to put my Magpul vertical or my angled forend grip on there. And then the 1913 rail across the top here allows me to mount Aimpoint H1 Micro. It's a very handy system, and it's perfect for you guys out there that have existing AKs with standard AK furniture, that you just want to pop that furniture off. You don't want to cut anything off your rifle. Stick this on there, and it works very well. I really like this rail as well. Both handguards are well ventilated and flow air freely around the barrel. I haven't had a chance to use them in the summer yet, but in the current Arctic conditions here in Indiana, I've had no issue with them becoming uncomfortably hot. If heat is a concern, you can add key mod rails and polymer protectors to the handguard for added comfort. I really like the rail systems on the rifles. They fit, they look good. This is the AK-15. You can mount accessories on here. You can put red dot sights, whatever you want. Again, it does change the weight bias of the rifle just a little bit, but overall, the long rail, the KS rail that I have here, really looks sharp on the rifle and feels awesome. As an alternative, the AK UFM, I really like as well. Now, one of the downsides of this particular setup is once you put this all together, you're not going to be able to easily remove your gas tube. For that reason, Krebs thinks of everything. He'll give you a cleaning rod that you can use to access the port, the gas port here, or actually I should say the gas tube. After you strip the rifle down, take your internals out as you normally would. You can clean the gas tube from the rear using the brush that he supplies in the kit. Now, the rail system is intended for unconverted Segas. So when you go to install the long rail, the KS rail is anyway, when you go to install this, you're going to have mounting hardware for your existing handguard, your upper handguard piece. You're either going to have to cut that off, or you're going to have to use a gas tube from an unconverted Sega rifle that allow you to fit this on here. But Krebs tells me that he'll be selling these gas tubes without the mounting hardware on them and make them available in kits in the future, so you won't have to worry about that one. I should also add, this rail system, the KS UFM rail system, sells for $225. The shorter rail, the AK UFM, sells for $160. I'll put a link in the description below so you can go to the Krebs website and check these rail systems out. If you guys have any questions about anything you've seen in this video, you can ask those questions on our Facebook page. You can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/militaryarms. As always, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for the subs. We'll talk to you guys soon.